everybody was equal. But when the Soviet Union fell, what it meant is that all the companies, all the properties had to be privatized. So you can imagine there is a company, a huge company. People worked there for years and years. And at one moment, there comes a person and says, all that is mine. Yes, this was the case, and obviously that information that flows about the fact that it was possible to privatize was kept only for a small group of people for obvious reasons. So a simple worker who worked in that company for years and years, or all his life, didn't know he can actually come and say, by law, that that is his. So what genius idea Satyam already had is to sell these shares to gather the money of the people, and with this money to buy those companies. So basically, if a person has an MMM share, he would have had an exact share from the company that Satyam already bought. For example, a company from oil and gas or something else. Obviously, he knew perfectly which companies are worth it and which companies were not. There was quite a battle there. So as you can see, his idea was great, but let's see what happens. The government is trying to hinder MMM's activities. Surprise, surprise. Planned by the Russian government, MMM 94 was intentionally collapsed. It began when tax inspectors accompanied by OMON officers passed through the crowd of depositors and went inside the central office of the company to give a notice about the planned tax inspection. Right. So obviously the small group of people that I was talking about is the government people, is the people that have connections and so on, and they wanted obviously all the money, all those properties to be kept in their hands. This is how the nowadays oligarchs were made. At that moment they had nothing, and one day they got loads of money, and now you can know them as very rich people who made their money on the back of the nation. So obviously they did something just to provoke some panic going through the crowd. Obviously, for any financial institution, a panic is really bad. As I remind you, at that time, MMM was selling shares, was a share stock company, let's say. Mavrody's arrest. Sergei Mavrody was arrested on tax evasion charge. Really lame excuse. It wasn't at all like that. What happened, even the person that was in charge of receiving the arrest, he told him that there was no other option for them. They had to do something, even though it was illegal what they were doing. But they had to do it as a way of because, as he said, another 2-3 months, and then whole Russia there would be no governments, no banks, nobody, only Sergei Mavrody, you know, what holds the money nowadays. This is in charge. So he was arrested, and his arrest was broadcast live on all TV channels, obviously to show.
3M 中国社区的家人们好，我是来自安徽的一名会员，很荣幸参加了9期经理人的培训。今天又把 3M 的前世今生看了一遍。3M 自2015年4月进入了中国，经过了排斥、不认可，到后来的接受和自己投入运作。可见 3M 是一个让普通人乐于推广的一个好的平台。在这样的一个平台，我们感受到了 3M 家人的善良、诚信和相互的气氛，并在快乐中得到了一个实惠，这是其他行业中所没有的。现在我的好多伙伴都觉得 3M 这个平台的神奇和不可思议。3M 经历了12月份的1个月的寒冬，但是到了2016年的新的一年，我们又感受到了它的生机勃勃，看到了 3M 的强大。非常感谢马布罗吉给我们提供了这么好的平台，我会把 3M 的精神和文化推广下去，让更多热爱生活和乐于助人的朋友们加入到 3M 的社区，共同努力为 3M 社区的稳定长久的发展做出贡献。2016加油！